This is the iPhone 17 Pro Max, yeah, the latest one. And this is the iPhone 1, also known as the iPhone 2G, considered the very first iPhone. This one costs about $1,399, and this one was $499. So ever wondered how much all the iPhones, from the first one to the 17 Pro Max, cost combined? In this video, we're breaking it all down. It's going to be really interesting, so watch till the end. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on which iPhone or phone you're using right now. Before we dive into the full timeline, I've divided every iPhone ever made into 6 different chapters. Each chapter represents a different era of Apple's evolution, from a simple experimental device to a full premium ecosystem. And here's the interesting part. With every new chapter, the total cost keeps going higher, not just because new iPhones were released, but because Apple kept adding more versions, more tiers, and more expensive options every single year. So as we move forward, each chapter doesn't just show progress, it shows how the price of the iPhone universe keeps expanding. Chapter 1, the phone that rewrote everything, 2007 to 2009. It all began in 2007 when Apple introduced the first iPhone. At $499 to $599, it wasn't perfect, but it completely changed what a phone could be. It removed the physical keyboard, introduced a full touchscreen interface, and made smartphones feel like the future had already arrived. Then came the iPhone 3G in 2008 at $199. This wasn't just a faster version, it was the moment Apple unlocked the App Store, transforming the iPhone from a device into a platform where developers could build entire businesses. Then came the iPhone 3GS in 2009, refining everything with smoother performance, video recording, and basic features like copy and paste, making the phone finally feel complete and usable in everyday life. When you combine all the launch prices from this era, the total comes out to roughly $1,100. Compared to what's coming next, this number feels surprisingly small, but this is where the foundation was built. Chapter 2, Design Becomes Identity, 2010 to 2013. In 2010, the iPhone 4 changed everything visually. At $299, it introduced the glass and stainless steel design, along with the Retina display, making screens sharper than anything people had seen before. This was also the era when the iPhone became a status symbol. The iPhone 4S in 2011 introduced Siri, bringing voice interaction into mainstream smartphones for the first time. Even though pricing stayed at $299, the idea of a smart assistant changed expectations forever. Then, in 2012, the iPhone 5 redesigned the form factor completely with a taller screen and a lighter body. Apple also began experimenting with segmentation through the iPhone 5C at $199, a colorful plastic model aimed at budget users, while the iPhone 5S at $299 introduced Touch ID, which changed smartphone security permanently. When you combine all the launch prices from this era, the total comes out to roughly $2,200. It's already double the first chapter, showing how quickly Apple moved from an experiment to a global product. Chapter 3, Big Screen Era and Mass Expansion, 2014 to 2016. The iPhone 6 and 6 Plus marked a major shift in 2014. Priced at $299 and $399, Apple finally embraced larger displays, responding to global demand and reshaping its design philosophy. The iPhone 6S and 6S Plus followed in 2015 with the same pricing structure, but introduced 3D touch and stronger performance improvements, focusing on refinement rather than redesign. In 2016, Apple launched the first iPhone SE at $399, combining an older compact design with flagship performance, targeting users who preferred smaller phones. Alongside it, the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus arrived at $649 and $769, removing the headphone jack and introducing dual cameras, signaling Apple's shift towards a wireless future. When you combine all the launch prices from this era, the total comes out to roughly $3,200. The jump is noticeable, but it's not just about price. It's about Apple reaching mass adoption worldwide. Chapter 4, The $1,000 Turning Point, 2017 to 2019. The iPhone 8 and 8 Plus continued refinement at $699 and $799, but the real revolution came with the iPhone X at $999. This was the first iPhone without a home button, introducing Face ID and an edge-to-edge OLED design. From here, Apple fully entered premium pricing territory. The iPhone XR at $749 offered a more affordable option, while the iPhone XS and XS Max at $999 and $1,099 introduced Apple's tiered flagship strategy. This was the moment the iPhone stopped being a single product and became a pricing ecosystem. When you combine all the launch prices from this era, the total comes out to roughly $6,800. This is where the numbers start jumping fast because Apple is no longer selling one phone, it's selling a lineup. Chapter 5. Ecosystem expansion begins, 2020 to 2022. In 2020, Apple released the second generation iPhone SE at $399, reviving the compact budget segment with modern internals. At the same time, the iPhone 11 lineup expanded into standard, Pro, and Pro Max models, priced from $699 to $1,099, introducing night mode photography and major battery improvements. Then came the iPhone 12 series, where Apple introduced Mini, Standard, Pro, and Pro Max variants ranging from $699 to $1,099. This generation also introduced 5G and MagSafe, marking the beginning of a wireless accessory ecosystem. The iPhone 13 series continued the same structure, including the 13 Mini, 13, 13 Pro, and 13 Pro Max, refining cameras and battery life while maintaining pricing consistency. In 2022, Apple released the third generation iPhone SE at $429, continuing its budget-focused line, alongside the iPhone 14 series, which expanded further into Plus, Pro, and Pro Max variants, ranging from $799 to $1,099. When you combine all the launch prices from this era, the total comes out to roughly $10,500. At this point, the increase isn't just steady, it's accelerating, because every year now includes multiple devices across different price tiers. Chapter 6. Modern Premium Ecosystem, 2023 to 2026. The iPhone 15 lineup introduced titanium frames and USB-C adoption, with pricing ranging from $799 for base models up to $1,199 per Pro Max variants. This generation further separated Pro devices as professional-grade tools for creators. The iPhone 16 series refined performance with AI-based processing improvements, camera upgrades, and improved efficiency, maintaining the multi-tier structure of Standard, Plus, Pro, and Pro Max models. Then came the iPhone 17 series, introducing an even broader lineup, including Standard, Air, Pro, and Pro Max models, pushing pricing towards the highest levels yet, with top configurations approaching $1,999. At this stage, the iPhone is no longer just a phone. It is a full creative, gaming, and productivity ecosystem in your pocket. When you combine all the launch prices from this era, the total comes out to roughly $18,000 to $20,000 plus. This is where the cost truly explodes, showing how far the iPhone has evolved from a single product into an entire high-end lineup. Final reveal. Total cost of everything. Now, when you combine every single iPhone ever released, including all standard models, Plus models, Mini variants, Pro models, Pro Max versions, SE generations, and the modern Air lineup, you are not just adding phones. You are calculating an entire 18-plus year technology evolution, because every year didn't just add one device. It added multiple tiers, multiple price points, and multiple product identities. When all of them are combined at launch MSRP, the total cost of owning every iPhone ever made comes to approximately, grand total, $42,000 to $45,000 plus, all chapters combined. And when you step back and look at the full picture, this isn't just about phones anymore. From one simple device in 2007 to over 50 different models across 6 chapters, the iPhone didn't just evolve. It multiplied, expanded, and redefined what people are willing to pay for a device they carry every day. Over $40,000 worth of iPhones, all built step by step, year by year. But the real story isn't the total cost. It's how each generation slowly made the next one feel normal, even when the price kept going up. So, now I'm curious. If you had to pick just one iPhone from this entire timeline, not the newest, but the one that truly changed everything for you, which one would it be?